All right, boyfriend's weight from a lady. Hi, Bill. I'm a 24-year-old lady, and I've been with my redheaded boyfriend for a year and a half. You can't be a fat ginger. You just can't do it, man. You got to get in the elliptical here. All right, when we first started dating, we both gained the relationship weight from always eating out. Back in January, we both decided to try and lose the relationship weight. I lost mine and more, while my boyfriend has not. Well, there's a quick way to lose your girlfriend. I struggled with weight my whole life and take diet and exercise seriously. I've tried to nicely tell him how he should try to be healthier. If he's 24 years old, he's a fat boy. What are you going to look at 34, 44, 54? You're gone. You're going to die. I've tried to tell him how he should be healthier. And I'll tell you, you got all these advertising now. They're showing overweight people evidently thrilled. And, take a picture of them now. They're not going to be here. Being overweight is not a fucking joke. I'm going to cut down on my fucking cigar smoking. And, you got to keep your fucking weight off. You just got to do it. You have to do it. This world where, you can't call somebody a fat fuck. I agree with that shit. But in the same thing, you don't fucking champion them like they just won a war because they ate a whole box of fucking donuts. There has to be a happy medium. There doesn't have to be, but I think there should be. Anyways, he just tells me, I know, I'm sorry, and doesn't make any efforts. I know, I'm sorry. I don't want to come across as a shallow or a bitch. You're not. But how else should I get him to get his ass on the elliptical? I generally want him to be healthier and happier with the way he looks. I would love to hear any advice you and the lovely Nia have. Thanks, and go fuck yourself. Just tell him he looks like a giant powdered donut with an orange filling coming out the top. I don't know how to do it. I just like that you're saying it to a guy, so I feel like you don't have to really worry about his feelings that much. I just sit down and say, I just, I'm worried about you, and you just keep saying, I know, I'm sorry, and you're not doing anything about it. And it's not acceptable to me, and it shouldn't be acceptable to you. All right? You're in the prime of your life. You should look like it. I guess, the Dr. Phil way would be like, why are you eating so much? What is it that you feel that you're getting out of eating them cupcakes? What is it that you're not dealing with? I don't know. It's not fair. I would just say, listen, back in January, we made a pact to both lose weight. I did, and you didn't. I brought it up to you, and all you say is, I know, I'm sorry. So, what the fuck? All right? Just say that in a nice way. It's not fair to you. You walking around looking like a hot piece of ash, and then you got the Macy Day pasty float jumping on top of you like a fucking beanbag full of talcum powder. I mean, that's just not fair to you. It's not fair to you. You tell them, I'm not looking for rock hard abs, but I mean, Jesus Christ, you fucking got a couple of mozzarella balls hanging off your fucking hips. It's not sexy. Then he's all sweaty. It's like, yeah, it's... Yeah, maybe you give him a bad nickname. Don't listen to me. I'm mean. I'm mean. I got a good heart, but I can get mean. All right. Boyfriend's weight from a lady. Okay, and the last one. UFO conspiracy and Bob Lazar. Lazar? I don't know. Hey there, old Billy Barbershop Quartet. Not sure if you heard about this one yet, but I know you're into conspiracy theories, so you got to listen to Rogan's podcast with Bob Lazar. It's fucking crazy. He's been telling this story since the 1980s, so if he's bullshitting us or whatever, I commend him for keeping it going for 30 years, but even Rogan believes him for the most part. If you don't know his story, he's basically a physicist who has degrees from Caltech and MIT and first started his career at the Los Alamos National Laboratory. He made the local newspaper after putting a jet engine in the back of his Honda, which then got the attention of government officials at S4, which from my understanding is a lab at Area 51. See that, people? You put yourself out there, you get a job. He eventually gets employed there, and on his first day, he's briefed on all this alien technology and is tasked to the propulsion team working on power source that operates the UFOs. Wait, there's a UFO there, and all of a sudden he's working from day fucking one? Hey, welcome to Area 51. They didn't Men in Black him with that little fucking thing there? Anyway, this is where it gets crazy. All right, so now I'm watching this. The Joe Rogan episode here. Let me make sure I got this down here. Where is it? Hang on. Content. It is episode 1315. 1315. All right. He eventually gets employed there. Blah, 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 blah. This is where it gets crazy. Now, Bob claims that the U.S. government has 9 UFOs in their possession, and they're all powered by this anti-gravity device that is essentially a reactionless power source, i.e. zero exhaust. Bob's purpose there was to figure out how that power source worked. Jesus, which would involve taking it apart. Oh my God, how scary would that be? But one of the craziest things he mentions is that one of these aircraft were found on an archaeological dig, which is wild to think about how long it's been here for. Yeah. I don't think that's that wild. I always had a theory that water was the nuclear waste from the last people that fucked up this planet. And everything you're seeing is mutant fucking shit. And just because we crawled out of it, we vibe with it, so we think it's beautiful. You know? And in the future, you'll have like plastic fucking beings made out of water bottles or some shit. I don't know. He only worked there for about 6 months and then blew the whistle in 89. Yeah, he's a fucking rat. Keep your mouth shut. But since then, he's been telling the same story, and the details never waver. You know something? I used to think that people should rat out people for shit like this. But you know something? Watching the behavior of people online, they shouldn't be privy to this information. They can't even handle Hillary Clinton losing to fucking Donald Trump. You know? The other assholes can't handle fucking Obama winning a couple elections. I don't know. I don't know. You can tell them about fucking UFOs? Why can't I have that anti-gravity machine in my fucking trailer? He had his birth certificate and school records scrubbed. His house and business constantly get raided by the FBI and other government agencies and is discredited all the time. But as time goes on, more things slowly come out to validate the story. Like, for example, the people at Los Alamos National Lab claim he never worked there, but there's an employee logbook from the 80s with his name in it, shown in the documentary. All right. Well, there's also a documentary that claims, Courtney killed Kurt. So I don't know. Also, he talks about how at S4 they had this biometric device that measured the length of your finger bones because they're unique to every individual. Well, why would they do that if fingerprints are fucking unique to every individual? Why do you got to take it to that level? People said that science fiction, well, maybe you could fake fingerprints because they're external. People said that science fiction, people said that science fiction, those don't exist. But recently pictures of this device were released. See below. Another one is the existence of element 115, which is allegedly the power source of the anti-gravity devices. As of a few years ago, we can man-make this element in particle accelerators, but it is very unstable and decays within seconds. In the new Netflix documentary, Bob says that he took a piece of element 115 from S4 and hid it, and says that's why his house/business keep getting raided. Well, why don't they just arrest you and grab all your shit? Anyways, I thought this was extremely interesting. I linked the Joe Rogan episode here for you, and for a documentary, just search Bob Lazar on Netflix. Personally, I thought the Joe Rogan podcast was much better than the documentary, but it's worth checking out. Hope to catch you in Jersey soon. Cheers. All right, I'll watch it. I'll watch the Rogan thing. I'm not going to watch the Netflix thing. Where I'm at, I can't figure out how to fucking get on it anyways. All right. Well, that's the podcast, everybody. Did I bring up everything I had to? Please, once again, remember, please watch the Ian Edwards stand-up special, July 12th on Comedy Central. All right? That's the podcast. Go fuck yourselves, and I'll check in on you.